Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? Today we're going to be doing some stuff on a little bit of a different project. Not really car related. It's more of a miniature car, a golf cart for that matter. But basically, I gave the job to repaint a golf cart for work, and this is kind of what it turned out to be. The colors for this are going to be red, white, and blue. It's a navy blue. I can't remember what kind of red this is. But it's all painted up ready. Looks pretty good. It used to be green. You can see that on the inside there. It used to be that color, kind of ugly. So we decided to change the color up to, you know, make everyone know that it's our golf cart, I guess. So I didn't really want to go through the steps of like me painting it and stuff like that. I thought the beneficial thing that I would show you guys is one, my new toy, which would be a vinyl cutter. We're going to do some vinyl cutting today. And then we're also going to be applying the vinyl and then doing a trick that I kind of learned while I was doing RC racing. And that would be to get your plastics to look like this again. You know, everyone back when I was racing wanted their cars to look absolutely amazing. Just like how we do nowadays. But basically, this is kind of what it looked like before. Dirty, super gray. Here's that other piece that's just like that. So now you got some kind of an idea of what we're working with. We want it to end up looking like this. A lot better. It's going to fit the new look of the golf cart instead of some really dirty plastic. Don't worry about this spot. You can kind of see this spot's not fully finished. It'll get covered up with that plastic piece. Just ran out of paint for a little bit. So yeah, we're going to go inside and grab the vinyl, cut it, design it, and put it on here. We're going to be putting NBGC right across that right there. But before I go and do that, gotta grab my tape measure. I'm gonna figure out how big of a piece I actually need. So I think we're going to go about 19 by 5 is what I'm shooting for. Alright, so welcome to the upstairs area. This is where all the video editing goes on. I know the screen's probably freaking out on you right now, but bear with me. I don't have like something to kind of trace what I'm doing. So I already went ahead and did this. This is actually one of my friend's tags that, I don't want to say he or she, but we were making some stickers for her the other day, so she actually tags that. Damn it. I think I gave it away. Anyways, here's what we're shooting for. Right now I'm in Adobe Illustrator. It's just a blank document. If I wanted to start from scratch, I'm going to go over to the type tool, draw a little box here. And that's going to come up whatever. And we're going for NBGC. Whoops. So we're going for NBGC. Looks like it's in the font that I already decided. And we're going to go ahead and close that box up, kind of like that. Alright, so now we have our NBGC sitting there. Go ahead and select it. If my right click will work. There it is. We're going to hit collect for export. Let's try that again. Select it. Collect for export, there it is. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and rename one of these and collect it for my export, and then just go ahead over here and click export. I want this to be in a PNG. I usually do the 4x scale just so it's big enough so it doesn't pixelate and whatnot when you put it into the next program. So for my vinyl cutter it uses GeatCut, so I'm going to go over here, find GeatCut, open that up, which it is already, right here. And this is mine from earlier, but I'll go ahead and delete that. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is change your working area. So here's your palette for your working area. You can change your background colors, everything. So my width is going to be 19 inches, and I said by 5, right? That was what I wanted. So now already I have how big I want this, which is good. So now I'm going to go to import. I'm going to find my MBGC logo, and there it is. Pops right in. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and make it a little bit bigger so you can see what's going on. Select it. You're going to right click. For some reason my thing does not like to right click so nice. I'm using a gaming mouse, so maybe that's why. Contour the line. I don't want any sort of offset from the contour. I want to keep our interior elements as well. And now I have an outline. I can go ahead and drag the outline out, delete my previous photo, and now I have just the outline from what the cutter is going to go ahead and cut. So now I'm going to go ahead and resize this. You can see right now if I were to print this, it would only go to 14 inches. I said I wanted it to be 19, so I'm going to go ahead and drag that node over. It does need to be a little smaller. Actually, it doesn't really need to be. So make it that size. So now you have this. The last thing you need to do is weed the border. It's right there. So now I have a cut line around the entire project. I'm going to center it on my axes over here in this corner. And now it's pretty much ready to print. So now I need to go and set up the vinyl printer. Alright, so since this is my vinyl piece I'm going to be using, it's actually only 16 inches long. And I have a bunch of these 16 by whatever size that is. So I'm going to go ahead and change my working area, change 19 to 16. So we're going to lose 3 inches on this one. Not a huge deal. So now that's changed. We'll go ahead and drag this down some. And we can make the letters bigger now. So now it's all actually 16 by 5. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and select that. We're going to select that, go to File, go to Output. And now we're going to have this screen pop up. Down here, we never want to see that say job will be segmented. We're going to go over here, type in, we'll go 17 inches. By what, 5, 6? Actually, it should be 17 by 6. There we go. Alright, and we'll go ahead and make sure. I don't like to weed a second border, so that'll be up here. These are just all my settings. I'm going to make the pressure more, so I'm going to go 110. And speed I could leave at 30. It's not going to take long. I don't mind sitting here waiting. I'm going to go to preview, make sure it all looks good. Looks good to me. Next thing we're going to go do is go to the vinyl cutter and prepare our vinyl cutter. Right now what you guys see is the vinyl cutter right here. I'm going to go ahead and load this piece of vinyl up. Again, we're going for a white vinyl with the MBGC across this. This is only 16 inches long, so it should be perfect. We'll go ahead and see how it works. I'm going to go and feed it in the long way. This vinyl cutter, there's these white marks across here, and that's where these little pads are to put your wheels on. That clamps your vinyl in, actually. If you were to go on the shiny part, it would just spin, and it would never work the correct way. So I'm going to go ahead and center that, clamp my piece in. Now, I'm going to go ahead and feed this through. Set my corner. Just like that. Now since that's set, it should just be ready to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my enter button. And now we should have some magic happen. Okay, so the next part is going to be to weed this out and get rid of all the rest of the vinyl. This is going to be my bad one that we cut. It's still totally usable if you wanted to, but you're just going to find the corner here. I like to do this on the floor just because my room's kind of dark and I like to use the window. And we're just going to take off this extra vinyl. And since this one was cut, I put the pressure a little bit higher. It's pretty easy to peel off. Now a lot of it is like sticking together or trying to not peel the letters off. Alright, so there's all the interior pieces that were connected to the border. Now I just gotta get the B out. And there's one. So you want to be careful during this so you don't just like peel up one of the actual corners of the B or anything. So now we have MVGC right here. The last step is going to be to put this on our transfer paper. So we're going to go ahead and cut this out. Just be careful not to cut any of the letters, actually. Alright, so there's our finished product. I might as well go ahead and take this extra vinyl off right now too. It's around the border so it doesn't stick to our transfer paper and end up on our golf cart. Alright, so now I have a big old roll of my transfer paper. It's just some sticky paper. We're going to lay this down on a corner like that. And kind of lay it out like this. If you get any bubbles that you see, you could always lift it back up. Hopefully it hasn't stuck too hard yet. Alright. Now we're just going to cut. Alright. Roll our transfer paper back up. Now we should have NVGC. Now I have to replicate this twice, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll see you guys in just a minute to go put this back on the golf cart. Checkity check. Alright, so now I got both my vinyls printed out, ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and peel off the vinyl decal. So now she should look like that. Find my squeegee, my card, whatever the fuck you want to call this. Now I'm going to line it up with that top line, and I kind of like that placement right there. Let's go ahead and stick the top down right there. Now I'm going to start working these sides in. It's not fully stuck down yet, there's still a gap in between. So I'm really just looking for the bubbles on the vinyl. The transfer paper I could care less about. pretty sure I can already see one on the B right there. And potentially right there. I think I got a bubble right here on the B. We'll see if we can take care of that in a second. Oh, that's just some shit that's on the body of the vehicle, unfortunately. Nothing I can actually do about that. That's not an actual bubble, that's just something underneath. You guys saw just there how I kind of pulled the transfer paper off in kind of a diagonal. It's something that I learned doing like paint on cars and stuff. When you're peeling off these kind of lines here, you just want to avoid just ripping them kind of straight off. You want to give it a nice clean like edge to be able to rip off of, so that you don't peel the paint up. Because the paint's obviously not only stuck to, let's say here, but it's stuck to the tape as well. So you're breaking that seam or that seal that paint has already created. Especially if you let your paint sit for a long time, it could just peel straight off with the tape. So that's just a thing that I kind of transfer over the vinyl. That's about it. So this thing's now ready to go back over to the club, paint and vinyl wise. The only other thing that we have to do is I want to clean up all of the plastic pieces to make sure that they all look good. I mean, if the golf cart's going to look this good already, we don't want to be hasty and not finish up the rest of the job. So this is going to be the last step of the processes that I wanted to show you. I got a couple of my plastic pieces here that I'm going to go ahead and clean up. I'm going to use this one as a reference. This goes on over one of the wheels. You saw the other one on there already. Alright, so we got some simple green. Go ahead and wipe it off. So right now it looks pretty fucking awesome compared to before. Got all that dirt off, but this is going to start drying from the simple green we just put on. Now the next step to this, if you wanted to continue to make sure that it stayed looking great, especially in the sun, is using some WD-40 and a paintbrush. Go ahead and spray this all over the brush and paint this with WD-40. Alright, so now that that's done, this is going to keep that shiny look for pretty fucking long. So go ahead and pop off these clips real quick. Gather all those up. Now we'll go ahead and just reinstall this. Like I said earlier, you can't see that paint fade anymore because this will be covering it up. That's what happens when you don't buy enough spray paint. Get those two opposite corners in, everything else should line up afterwards. So we've officially turned this little golf cart into a little bit of a cooler, nicer looking machine. This is obviously going to dry off, so it's really wet right now, but it's supposed to keep that kind of wet look. This is what it looks like when she's all done. Just a nice plasticky, not super wet look, but definitely better than what it looked like before. So yeah, still a couple things to put on this. Maybe you guys will see a video of it when it's done, or maybe a picture or something, I don't know, we'll put it up there somewhere. If you like this video, if you like golf carts, give it the thumbs up. If not, stay tuned for more Mazda, Mustang, Subaru, all of the above. I got some new stuff in the works eventually. That Subaru that's all the way back there hopefully is going to get sold pretty soon. I got it up on Craigslist right now. And we got some new stuff coming in the future, guys. The video for the suspension, the rear suspension on this guy is up. If you wanted to check that out. If this is something completely different to you, this is my 2008 Mazda 3. It's got quite a few little things done to it. It doesn't look anything like a Mazda 3 anymore. If you guys want a Mankey Mechanics vinyl for the back of your car, comment down below. I don't know if you can see much. Let's see if we can turn this ISO up here. Oh yeah, there we go. So we got some new end links. You see that end link popping out over there. We got new end links over here, whole new sway bar system, and both of those control arms are brand new as well. So coming up in the next few days, you're gonna see not only the install for this video on the Mazda doing the rear suspension. There's already a video doing the unboxing from all the stuff that I got, so if you wanted to find out what parts that I got, go ahead and find that video. It's just one of my recent ones, or I could go ahead and link it. I'm sure that'll help. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this will make something easier for you to do in your free time. So keep a lookout. If you want more vinyl stuff, let me know below. The video from the Mazda as far as what is going on in the car is up already. You can find that in my channel. The video with the install of the rear suspension is coming up soon. Once again, if you guys want a vinyl decal for the back of your car, the Mankey Mechanics logo with Mankey Mechanics underneath it, the one I just showed you on the back of my Mazda, I have red, blue, white, black, dark gray so far. T-shirts are going to be coming soon, long sleeves going to be coming soon. If you want one of those, comment down below, stay tuned, and we'll catch you guys later.